Alright, this is not one of my favorite holes, for sure. Alright, we got lucky there. Yeah, we're gonna try and rough bump this. Oh, very close, very close. Just trying to fill some chests. I'm not trying to look to get this account promoted this week, so we're just staying underneath the promotion line. Alright, this one's always a fun hole. Let's go with Titan Ball 5.9 rings. 3.2. 10, 14 rings. I'm not sure about this one. Went a little too many rings to the left, but that'll work. That still can get it to the hole from there. Should have only went maybe 12 rings or so. Oops. Yeah, 3.1. Play it off to the right. Just get it to the green. .1, 1.1 rings. Oh, that was close. That was close. Thanks for anybody joining in. If you haven't hit the subscribe button on either one of the channels, it'd be greatly appreciated. If you got any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll be glad to answer them if I can. All right. I don't know why the viewer counter does not work, but it doesn't. So we're just going to delete it. All right. No, I'm in expert already. I'm just not trying to go up to expert 2. I just I just keep this one lower. That's all. Um, I'm in expert 1 already, so I just because I don't grind this a lot, so there's no need for me to like level it up. Oh, coming in hot. Yeah, it's in expert 1. Um, and I don't grind this account a ton. Just really play it to fill a few chests, and so no need for me to go up to expert 2 or expert 3 where I have to play essentially tougher opponents in the tournaments. Because I don't think this account has ever been over expert 1. So, not that it really matters. Um, I mean, expert plays expert, but um, once I get 2 or 7 completed and move on to like 2 or 8, then it'll go up to expert 2 or expert 3. Um, but right now I play this account in pro tournaments anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, but um, in in tournaments you're bracketed against players based on your highest weekly league ever achieved. So if you're playing pro tournaments, and if you take your account up to say master, master 1, master 2, master 3, then if you play a pro tournament, you're you in a sense you could be bracketed with, well, you're bracketed with other players that have reached master weekly leagues. So if you have an account that you play strictly pro tournaments on, say it's a newer account, and you have an account that you play, master tournaments on, or pro tournaments on, it's best to keep it in pro league, because then you're only bracketed against players that have only been pro weekly league. See if I put enough right spin on this one. Nope. Not enough right spin to catch that funnel. Okay, so say you have you start out an account, and you make it up to where you're playing pro division tournaments. Um, in a sense, you would only want to keep that account in pro weekly leagues, because once you go into expert weekly leagues or master weekly leagues, then you're bracketed in a pro tournament. You're bracketed with all of the players that have ever reached expert or master division weekly leagues. Your trophy count has nothing to do with matchups in tournaments. So in a sense, if you were playing a pro tournament and you had reached master weekly league, if say Tommy or Fenzel or any of them guys took one of their master division tournament accounts and put it in a pro tournament, you could be matched up against him. Whereas if you never reached over pro weekly league, you could never be matched up against players like that in in a pro tournament. Yeah, that does explain why tournament brackets can be so tough. If you level up too fast, um, it makes the brackets for tournaments tougher. It does. Um, this account had already reached expert, so there was nothing I could do about it. I actually took this account over from a this account had come over to our clan uh, from a merge that one of their clan came over to our clan, and this guy stopped playing for months or weeks, and then ended up letting one of the other guys that came over from his clan take it over and play it in tournaments. And then it went like a month or two without nobody playing it. So I contacted the original person that played it and said, "Hey, what's going on with, I know you gave it to so and so to play for tournaments. He's not playing it. What's going on with the account?" I said, "Because if nobody's going to play it, I'm gonna either kick it out of the clan, or," I said, "if you don't mind, I'll play it." And he told me, "Go ahead, go play it." So when I got it, it was already in expert weekly league. So that's just where I'm keeping it. But my other pro account, I have never had higher than Pro 2 weekly league. Um, and my rookie account has never been out of rookie weekly league. That I don't play that. My rookie account, I don't play at all during the week. I just play at tournament weeks, and that's it. The weeks that there are no tournaments, I don't play it at all. I let it get relegated. it gets relegated down to rookie one. Then during tournament weeks, I play it. It gets promoted to rookie two, and then the following week there's no tournament, and I let it get uh, relegated back down to rookie one. So, um, but with my main accounts, my three expert accounts, my expert tournament accounts, I did not know that information back when I played just those three accounts. And when I was playing those accounts all the time, I had all three of those accounts up to Master 3 Weekly League, up to the top, the highest weekly league you can get them. Uh, so they've already been there, and I play expert tournaments, and that's why I do get matched up against um, a lot of the better players and a lot of the good players in the game. Whereas if I were to take this account into expert tournaments, um, I would only get matched up against. I wouldn't get matched up against those players that have reached Master Division Weekly League. So it would make the brackets a little easier than my other three accounts. All right, we're gonna just quickly open. We're gonna open this chest. Open the gold one. Start the gold one. Fill this chest slot, and then I'm gonna change accounts and go to. That's why on my other pro account this week, I usually don't play my other pro account on non-weekly leagues or non-tournament weeks either, and do the same thing between Pro One and Pro Two. Um, but this week I've played it a little bit. Um, but I've only been playing it. It may sound funny, but I've only been playing it in Tour Two. Um, Only to try and get extra mile cards. And playing Tour Two, I can stay below the relegation line. You know, you only earn 200 coin per match. So I've just been playing it this week just to fill it with Tour Two chests, just to get a few extra mile cards. Because that is the easiest way to upgrade your extra mile is to play Tour Two. Yeah, let's see if we can drop this one for an albatross. 1.8. About mid distance. Ah, perfect shot might have been in there. Yeah, I ran a stream tonight. Just play some tour play, and I wanted to make sure everything was working good on the stream. Is everything seemed to be working okay? The chat and everything on popping up and uh, everything because I switched everything around. All new background scene and all new all new graphics for the clan and for my deer head and the YouTube channel and that. I switched everything around last night and made it a little more cleaner looking. It was all boxy looking before, so I wanted to just clean it up a little, make it look a little neater. And thanks, thanks. I don't get why people do this. Like, you could have just forfeit the match and got it done and over with. Instead, you time out twice just to waste my time. I mean, people do it on purpose. I know they do it on purpose, but it's not my fault you hit a bad shot. You know, I don't understand it. Like, if I'm not gonna play the hole out because I hit a bad shot, I'm just gonna forfeit it. Now you decide to hit the shot. All right, I'm just gonna switch accounts and then I'll be right back. Gonna go play some little bit of Tour 10. The only thing I don't like is and it has nothing to do with like the new layout or anything like that. But the only thing I don't like is that when I do go to the be right back screen and then come back to this screen, the chat restarts. Like on my end anyway, it does, and I'm assuming that it does maybe on your end, or does it not? Like it erases all the previous chats on my end, but I don't know if it does on your end. I've never I've never looked at the I've never really watched one of my streams when it's live, so I don't know. In fact, I could go check it out right now, huh? Let's go see. Yeah, see, so it does. It restarts the chat, which that's the only thing I'm not a big fan of. And I don't know why it does that cuz I use a secondary um, program for the chat. I used to use the chat that was through the streaming program, but sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't. It wasn't very neat looking, and so I went to all the other streamers use the the Restream app program. So I went to this, and but I can't figure out why. You know, I wonder if no, because that would start it over too. I think. I wonder if I keep the Restream app. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. I'll have to I'll have to see I'll have to check that out. Let me see here. If I change to this overlay, it keeps it the same. So I can do that. I can run. That's what I'll have to do. I'll have to keep the Restream app, or the Restream, I'll have to program it so the Restream chat stays open when I go to the Be Right Back screen, which I can do. I can do that. So that way when I switch to that screen, the chat would stay up and running. I'll have to do that. I'll have to mess with that tomorrow. All right, play some Tour 10. Tour 10. One of my my favorite one of my favorite tours in the game. I enjoy Tour 10. A lot of people really don't like it. I really find it. I find Tour 10 one of the easiest tours on the game actually. Once you learn the shootouts anyway. If you when you're first starting Tour 10, it can be um, frightening, I guess is the word, uh, because the wins are so high compared to any of the other tours. Um, but once you master the shootouts, and that goes with any tour though. Once you get into the higher tours, Tour 8, Tour 9, Tour 10, once you master the shootouts, um, the tours are pretty easy. In my opinion. Like I've been messing around with Tour 11 lately, and playing Tour 11 on my main account, and I'm almost halfway done with it. Uh, over the last 2 or 3 days, I've earned about 450 trophies out of 1,000. Uh, but again, that's another tour, and that tour is a major jump. It chops the names off. Oh, okay. I'll have to move it down. I didn't even think of that. I had moved it up. I had moved it up because um, I thought that's where I had it, but I can fix that very easily. But then I'm going to just have to make the screen a little bit smaller. I didn't notice that myself. Yeah, stay out of rough. Not enough curl. Yeah, I'm going to have to, I can fix that though. After this, after this match is over, I'll fix it. I didn't realize that that would happen. I had made it a little smaller only because um, in fact, I'm going to take a screenshot. I'm going to take a screenshot of that only because then I can use that to adjust it. But I had moved it up and made it because I wanted to make it a little bigger, and didn't notice that it cut off the tops. Here's another one, probably left before I hit my drive. This is going to be a tough one. I don't even know if I can make this over there. 3.84, 5.7. Barely. Yeah. Yeah, but I think he may have genuinely got disconnected there. Because it was stuck on the spin of the ball. So he may have got disconnected that time there. He's in a tough spot though. Nice shot. This is not an easy shot here. I'm gonna say it's mid distance. Oh, that was close. It was a little less than mid distance. Just give me a second here. All right, let's see. See what we got here. Actually, I can just adjust that by this screen here. I gotta move it up, make it smaller. Not much, I think. All right, let's see how that looks. Let's see how that looks if I go to that screenshot. That's not bad there. Alright, now let me go to, because I have a different overlay for the tournament that has the tournament name on it. This one's a little bit bigger than that one. This one's a little higher. This one needs to be a little bit smaller. That's close enough. This one can be a little bit bigger. Just a hair bigger. I'm going to say that's going to be good. I try and get them all the same size so when I switch scenes, nothing moves, but that's really close. That's close enough for me. Close enough for me. Alright, that's better. That should be good. Alright. I gotta play my golden shots tomorrow. I haven't played them at all this week yet. Yeah, that should be good. Should be good now. Yeah, that's much better. I'm not pulling out a power 5 ball here. No need to pull out a power 5 ball. Oh boy. Oops. Yeah, it was my mistake. This is one of my favorite holes in the Tour 10 too. Been a long day. You know, you would think all this sitting home would you'd be all rested up, and I'm more tired. I'm more tired now that the kids and the wife are home all day long than I am when they're at work and school. It's half. It's 35%. Man. All right. 1.75 backspin. Yeah, we'll go two backspin. Max right. 7.2. 3.7. Very close. Almost got it in. Alright. Play maybe one or two more and then I'm gonna be done for the night, I think. Just wanted to jump on a little bit, see how the stream looked, and see if there was anything I needed to change, which I'm glad I did because I didn't notice that, so that was good looking out there. Because I didn't want to be messing around with it next week during the tournament, you know. Get all the bugs worked out before next week. This hole here is like nearly impossible to hit perfect on the second shot. I don't know why it is. I don't know if it's just something in the coating of this hole, but it's nearly impossible to hit perfect on the second shot. And there's a few holes in the game like that. Oh my goodness. I don't even know if I can adjust 12.9 rings here. I don't even know if I got enough room. Nope. Oh, I do. It's always great left or great right. Wow. All right. Let's see here. Ah. The tree got in my way. Got lucky to get that one off in time. This guy's gonna try the sand bump. It's not a very easy shot. Nice shot. Thanks, thanks. Well, I know, I have a 2 or 10 uh, sheet with all the holes and all the different spins for um, every wind angle. So I use the same spin and the same landing area, no matter the strength of the wind. I always use just the same spins and the same landing areas, and then you just use your adjustments. Uh, but I I got this sheet off of Facebook, and I've tweaked some of them. Uh, some of them were the spins were already on the shootout sheet, but some of the spins were a little bit off. So after playing it with so many accounts and playing the whole same holes over and over and over again, I've gotten them tweaked to where I am very confident in my adjustments. It's just the execution of the shot. So I know in that wind angle, it's 5.5 backspin and max right spin. It's just a matter of getting the right landing spot and making the right adjustment for the wind. But I got them for Tour 9, Tour 10, Tour 11. Tour 11 I'm still working on. Like I said, I just started it. Tour 9 I have, but I don't play Tour 9 very much at all. So I haven't tweaked any of those really. But Tour 10 I've just been playing Tour 10 so much and so with 3 accounts, and I've been playing it for so long that it's just my go to tour for grinding. But all right, I uh, appreciate you watching, and but yeah, I'm gonna be done for the night, and gonna be hitting the hay a little bit. It's 11 o'clock at night, and like I said, it's been a long day, but I appreciate it, and thanks for pointing that out. I probably would have never noticed that on the top of that screen until somebody said something. So, all right, have a good night, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Maybe I'll throw a stream up tomorrow sometime. And all right, take it easy. Have a good night.